Hey everybody, Brandon Rahe here with Go Personal Training, St. Augustine, Florida. Today, we're inside Pinnacle Fighters Mixed Martial Arts Studio. Their website is pinnaclefighters.com. What we're going to be featuring in here today are the gymnastics rings. We're going to do a variety of activities using our body weight as resistance, using these gymnastics rings to get a great full body workout. So check out some of these moves and see what you can do. Using the rings, now we're going to get a push-up going here, okay? So what you want to do is hang on to the bottom of the rings. You're going to walk these forward, all right? This is going to be basically your starting position. All the rules for the push-up are just like a push-up on the floor. So overhand grip, you're going to lean into this with a good plank position on the body, and then just press your body weight back up. Now the further forward that I am walking with my feet, the easier this push-up is. You can see how high my body position is. Now to make this harder, all you need to do is walk backwards, okay? So now my hands are getting lower and lower, and I'm lifting more and more of my body weight. Okay, so depending on your level, you're just gonna scoot back and back for the stronger, more advanced individuals, okay? So this is gonna be your push-up. This next move is a push-up variation with some abdominal work and core work built into it. It's commonly called the atomic push-up, okay? For this one, you're gonna wanna make sure your rings are pretty low, but a couple inches off the floor still, okay? And the way to start on this, the easiest way that I found, is to be on your knees directly in front of the rings, okay? Kind of backed up against them. And then what you're gonna do is get one foot set just in the top of the foot. And then of course the other foot, same position, but all my weight's on my knees right now, so you can see that my feet are floating in the air. Then we're just going to get in a standard push-up position, which is going to put us floating on the rings, okay? Then all you're going to do is perform a good solid push-up to the floor. And on full height of the push-up, you're going to pull the knees in towards your chest. That's the core part. And then extend back out into your good plank and do your next push-up. Okay? So that's your basic atomic push-up. Now a variation of that for beginners and women, what you're going to want to do is stay on the knees for the push-up, okay? So just like your modified push-up from the knees, this takes a lot of weight off the upper body to do the push-up. So you'll do a push-up from the knees, then go ahead and lift up and tuck the knees in anyway, and just return the knees to the floor here to do your next push-up. So knees down, push up, knees up, and tuck. And to exit, just put your knees back down, and then of course, remove the rings. And there are your atomic push-ups. Now we're going to try some flies on the rings. This is very similar to the way that you would do a fly in the gym using a set of dumbbells or on a pec deck machine, okay? We're going to start in the exact same position that you would do push-ups in, okay? We walked pretty far forward. This is a tougher move than the push-up, so you're going to want to start a little further forward on this and get a feel for it. Now you're going to spread the rings out almost full arm's length. You always want to maintain a little bend in the elbow here. Good plank position with the body. And what we're going to do is allow our body weight to fall forward of the rings. And then we're going to try to push the rings forward, which is actually going to push our body back, okay? On this one, you only want to go about this far, because at this point the tension has released. My weight's now on my feet, all right? Going from here to here, there's not a whole lot of resistance, so we're not going to worry about covering that distance. We're just going to want to cover the stretch position to about here, which is where the tension releases, okay? And the same thing, your starting levels are going to be way out here, all right? And as you're more advanced, you're stronger people, you're going to just walk your feet back further and further until you can do as many reps as required. 10 reps, 15, whatever your rep range is. Okay? So here's your fly. Now we're going to try some pull-ups. This is a great move for the back and the biceps. You want to make sure that you do pulling exercises as well as pushing exercises. So you can't leave this one out of the routine. All right? So let's grab the rings. We're going to back it way up here, and now you're going to be on your heels. But the concept is just like a push-up, except backwards. You want a good plank with the body, okay? Overhand grip on the rings to start. and you're gonna pull your chest towards the rings and squeeze your back. You really wanna squeeze your shoulder blades on this, okay? And then back down to full extension on the arms. Pull again and squeeze your back. All right? So I'm basically in a beginner's position. I'm pretty upright here. As I get more advanced, I'm actually gonna walk forward on this. And so I'll be pulling more and more of my body weight. But I still wanna squeeze that back at all times. I like to add a little rotation to the rings as I pull. So I'll start with the palms facing down grip, and as I pull up, I'll rotate where my palms face each other. So it's just a 90-degree turn. Get a good squeeze on the back. So here are your pull-ups. Okay, now we're going to switch a little bit to the lower body. Let's take a look at a couple different options that you can do on the legs using the rings as assistance. Okay? We're going to back up. The rings are going to be just a leverage advantage for us here. You can use the arms to help pull yourself back up from the lunge that we're about to do if you need it. But ideally, you could do this move without the rings and just be very, very balanced on your own. So check out some of the other videos that we have available for other options of lunges. Okay? But when using the rings, this is a good fun one to do. What you're going to do is pick a leg to lunge on. The other leg is just going to disappear behind you. Okay? Your lunge form is going to be just like all your other lunges you would normally do. So it's going to look like this. Okay? You want to maintain good posture. The front foot that you're actually working, you want to keep that foot flat. You don't want to go up on the toe. The back leg on this, the way this is different from a normal lunge is that you're not actually putting it down and putting weight on it and pushing off of it. You want to just keep this foot going down into the same position, but just maybe tapping the floor very quickly. Okay? So I'm just going to tap the floor with that back knee and the toe at the same time, but I'm driving up through my left leg and my left glutes. All right? And of course, do all your repetitions on one leg, and then switch legs and do the same thing. All right? And you can just give a little pull to the rings to get yourself back up if you need to. So those are your lunges. All right, now we're going to check out what is commonly called a pistol squat, or just a one-leg squat. This is different from your traditional squat in that you're only going to be working one leg, and it's different from a lunge in that the leg doesn't go back, it actually goes out in front of you. This takes a lot of core strength, a lot of leg strength, and a pretty good amount of balance. So the rings are actually a great way to learn this move if you've been working on it on your own. Okay, so check out the pistol squat here. Little tension on the rings. Picking the leg to do the squat on, and this other leg that's not working is just going to go straight out in front of me. You want to maintain good posture, go nice and low, keep the foot that you're working flat, all right? So we're here. And again, you can give the rings just a little pull to pull yourself back up. Okay, nice and low. This leg's just disappearing out to the front to get out of the way so that my working leg can do all the work, okay? You want to maintain good posture if you can. You don't want to round out as you go down a lot and get all contorted and bent out of shape. You still want good posture if you can, and just power up through the one leg. So of course, do all your repetitions and then switch legs. So there's your one leg squat on the gymnastics rings.